Hello and welcome to Creating with Purpose. My name is Aidan Brookstone and I'll be your host. Creating with Purpose is a series of thought-provoking ideas that are each mindfully crafted to help you, the creator, bring more meaning, intention, and purpose to your daily practice of creativity. My personal philosophy is that we are all creative beings. From the way we style our hair to the way we conduct our own personal demeanors, everything we do is an act of creation that is unique to our being. So whether you consider yourself an artist, a plain old human, or anything in between, it doesn't really matter. The information I'll be presenting in each of these episodes is practical enough that, if put to proper use, will help you open the doors to a life that is much more fulfilling, exciting, and simply put, has you creating with purpose. Each episode will cover a topic, and I'll finish with something for you to reflect on based on our speaking point. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, what better way to kick off this series than to talk about the importance of purpose? You know, the show is called Creating with Purpose, so shouldn't we talk about why purpose is so important when it comes to creating? Well, the way that I see it is that without purpose, creativity lacks structure. It lacks a frame, and it lacks a direction that carries the creativity forward. An example that I really like to use is, let's say I told you to go and write a song. If I just told you to go write a song, well, it might be difficult to sit down and really create something intentional, meaningful, something that really can resonate with an audience and that can, I guess, accomplish a goal. But if instead I told you, hey, I need you to write a song for little kids that can help them learn their ABCs and hopefully it has a good message as well within the song, well, that provides some purpose to what you're doing. That provides a reason to why you're creating it, and thus it's much easier to sit down and write something when we have a reason to do it. This is the same thing for anything in life. If we don't have a reason for the things that we're doing, why the heck are we ever going to want to do them? Versus if we say, I need to work this job in order to care for the people I love. I need to work this job in order to provide for my future, in order to push things forward. Purpose is what gets us up in the morning. It's what makes us feel like what we're doing is worth it. Without purpose, creativity really goes nowhere and it lacks meaning. Purpose is the first step towards finding meaning in what we're doing. So how do we find purpose? It's great and all to understand that purpose needs structure of some sort, but where is that actually coming from? Well, for me, purpose has come from simply putting myself forward as wanting to be the best version that I can be. That, in and of itself, gets me to wake up in the morning and challenge myself, to look at my life and say, how can I be better than I was yesterday? How can I be a stronger version of myself as a man in the world? How can I deepen my service to others and to humanity? How can I do that more fulfillingly, more betterly, in the best way possible? My purpose at the moment is to wake up and to be the best version of myself for myself, and then for others too, of course, because when I'm able to serve myself greater, then I'm able to serve others greater, and that's awesome, and that's really what it is all about. But purpose is something that we have to ultimately derive for ourselves. This is the purpose that I chose for myself because it gives me the most meaning and the most sense of fulfillment. I love the feeling of breaking through my blocks. I love the feeling of waking up in the morning and getting to go like, okay, how can I be a better version of myself today than I was yesterday? It forces me to reflect. It forces me to face my fears, and it forces me to continue to grow. Ultimately, I really believe that my purpose is to simply become the most fully expressed version of myself in order to help others achieve the same for themselves too. And how the heck did I find that purpose? Well, I went into the darker areas of my life in my past. I really struggled in my history. I've really struggled with the fear of being open and expressed and sharing who I am. And in that, I found something that I really wanted to face and something I really wanted to combat. And as I've continued to combat it, I've realized that it's something I want to help others with too. So purpose is something that has been derived for me from my own personal experiences in being alive, and then slowly but surely realizing that in overcoming my struggles, my fears, my pains, it's something that I really find a lot of value in helping others do as well. That doesn't necessarily mean that your purpose needs to be something as deep as that, but if you are willing to put yourself to the purpose of waking up in the morning to become the best version of yourself, I really believe that that can help set you up for a beautiful, incredible future, and really, in and of itself, can accomplish everything that I hope this show helps people accomplish. If you can stop making your purpose to go out into the world and make a lot of money, to have a lot of friends, to be very sexually expressive, whatever, you know what I'm trying to say there. If you're able to focus your purpose on something that is truly meaningful for yourself, you'll be unstoppable. Seriously. Nothing can get in your way because you are simply focused on waking up every morning to become the best version of yourself. So the importance of purpose is literally that it will get you waking up in the morning to become a greater version of who you truly are. Beautiful. So my reflection for you in this episode is to figure out, where is your purpose right now? And what would it feel like to set your purpose as not something that's external or outside of you, but to set your purpose as something that's internal, inside of you. To really believe that your purpose is just something like, I'm supposed to be the greatest version of myself, and I'm going to set my purpose to be that. Or my purpose is to become the most amazing singer that I can be in order to truly share my voice with the world. And so I'm going to focus myself on that every day. Or my purpose is to understand as much as I can about science and maths in order to be able to help human beings create something incredible. Purpose is very individual, but I do believe that at its root and at its foundation, if we can set it towards something that has to do with our own personal growth, you'll be able to get there eventually. It'll take time, but ultimately it will set you on the path of being able to break through every limiting belief and every block that ever could have been in your way. So again, my name's Aiden Brookstone. This is Creating with Purpose. I really hope that you found something meaningful and helpful in this episode. If you did, please leave a like. If you have anything to add to the conversation, of course, comment. It really helps. And the best way to support the channel too is to subscribe. This is Studio Raphael. Studio Raphael is an art house for creativity that serves to uplift humanity. The goal is to create movies, TV shows, art of literally any sort, any kind, that can all be funneled through Studio Raphael as a brand, as a space for people to know that this is somewhere that you can come to receive information and art that really makes you feel better about yourself and your life. There's so much art out there that seeks to serve, I would say, negative intent. And the goal is to create somewhere that you can come where you can find art that seeks to serve a positive intent in the world. So if you are an artist that aligns with the mission and you see this as something that you be willing to put your time and energy into as well, please do reach out. I would love to hear from you. And if you're interested in exploring more of your own intention and purpose and mission, and these are things that maybe you're struggling to do by yourself, I coach as well. So my goal is to ultimately support the people who are aligned with what I'm doing and hopefully leave the world a better place than how I found it. So thanks again for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, and hopefully I'll see you around the studio sometime. Take care.